And so this is MCC TV, and today MCC and the Ministry of Public Works have decided to visit violators and issue warning regarding a pending demolition exercise that will take place shortly on makeshifts and other structures built along major streets in Monrovia. And we are in Sincor, and these makeshift structures are going to be demolished by MCC and these structures are going to be demolished. As you can see, it's written MCC with the cross to indicate that this thing should not have been here, and that MCC warned that this thing, gets removed. So today we are here. MCC is here along with the Ministry of Public Works, and they are warning those who have these structures to remove them, or these structures will be removed shortly.
So folks, welcome. This is MCC TV. I just joined Kamata. My name is Jill, and we are coming to you live from Chinese Avenue, 11th Street to be precise, where we have the MCC team along with the Ministry of Public Works team as well, zoning. Warning people who have structures along the sidewalk that tomorrow they just will be demolition. So we've warned them a long time, but then we are here today to do the final warning. So you see the team here, the yellow machine is here, so I can know that we're serious. Tomorrow there won't be any warning. The team will just come in the street and demolition will be going on. A lot of people have their structures right on the sidewalk. They just wake up in the morning, they don't seek permits from MCC, they don't seek permits from Public Works. They just wake up, before you realize you see wooden structures all over on the sidewalks, making it difficult for pedestrians to have access to the sidewalks. Earlier, when Kamata was coming, I saw a blind man along with his son walking on the main streets, which is wrong. If you have access to the sidewalk, definitely will have passed, but because there are too many structures in the sidewalk, they have to use the main street, which is wrong. So the warning is ongoing. We have the team from the city planning, Ministry of Public Works, the President of Public Affairs. We are also here bringing you live updates.
Yeah, and the police, both the Liberia National Police and the Monrovia City Police.
We are
all here for the enforcement process.
So they are telling the shopper that the structure that you see just put down the matter. This is a sidewalk. This is where people supposed to be passing. But then actually draw her shop further. The shop is there, but then she put on the makeshift structure right on the side. So you have to make her that tomorrow. She won't be wrong. So the team is here. So I want to talk to the team lead from Public Works and that of MCC to give a more insight on today's exercise.
So just sure. So we will certainly bring to you the real team leads from Public Works and that of MCC, so that they can give you more information concerning the exercise. Wherever you're joining us from, this is MCC TV, and we are covering a process that involves the MCC city planning team along with the zoning section from the Ministry of Public Works. They are warning residents, people who have built some structures along the major streets in Monrovia. Places that are supposed to be, sidewalks. They are telling these residents to you know, get these things out of the sidewalks so that people can easily access them, so that pedestrians can walk freely along the major roads. Yeah. And so that's what is going on right here at about this time. They are carrying on this warning. And like you heard from Joe, this warning is the final warning. There will be demolition going on beginning tomorrow by MCC and Public Works. So keep following, and you know, it's important that we get the sidewalks free for pedestrians. Sometimes certain accidents occur, vehicles that are plying these routes just hit some pedestrians because they are probably walking on the road. You know, sometimes these things happen when the vehicles have some brake failures or something. So it's important that pedestrians are far from the main streets. That's why the sidewalks are intended, or that's why spaces along the road, you know, are placed there so that people can walk instead of walking on the main streets. So I know it's something that happens in most parts of our city where people want to build on the sidewalks, especially those who are selling, so that they can easily access customers. But again, that poses a risk to pedestrians. That poses a risk to those who will be walking along the road. So it's important that they get the structures off the road. And sometimes people who go doing these building, they don't really ask for permits. You know, the city, the Monrovia city government issues permits to people before they build certain major structures along the streets in Monrovia. So they don't ask for permits, and that is in gross violation to the city laws. And so today, MCC along with Public Works, and we have the Liberia National Police here as well, along with the Monrovia City Police. They are here, and they're making sure that residents are warned, so that when the demolition process begins, there wouldn't be much questions like, oh, they didn't come to us, they didn't warn us, and all of that. So we're here wherever you're watching us from. Just keep watching. The city government of Monrovia is highly interested in developing this city. Is highly involved with making sure the right things are done, so that Monrovia can be a place compared to any other city around the world. So the process is ongoing, and like you have been seeing on certain structures, those structures have been marked for months now. Some of these structures have been marked for some of them are even extending to a few of a year. They've been warning them over and over. And what happens in some cases is that some of these owners go and paint the place and they remove the marks. Yeah. But the Monrovia city government is fully aware of all those places it marked, and will certainly go after these structures, making sure that they are demolished. But right now, as it stands, the warning process is what is ongoing. As you can see, this is a coke shop, and along the coke shop you see this structure. Yeah, it is actually marked removed. So some residents are kind of like appealing, but as you heard, these appeals have been made countless of times. These appeals have been made several times. So the city government is no longer taking these appeals. They're only warning now that these structures are removed.
We have to have meeting with the people. We call them to the over and every time we come today.
Okay, so we have managed to get one of the team leads from MCC, and we are about to talk with him now. He's going to tell us more about this entire process. So sir, welcome to MCC TV. What's your name? Can you tell us about this demolition process or the warning that leads to the demolition process? How is it going on so far?
Well, we embarked on massive civic cleaning within the city of Monrovia, and this structure along the sidewalk showcasing the streets have been marked, and they were run. Several meetings were held with owners of this structure, and the enforcement aspect has come. There is a national task force that is being constituted, a national government comprising of MCC Public Works and Justice Ministry to ensure to give the city of Payslip and Kaliwa efficacy of structure within the city along the street.
Okay, so how long has this warning been given to these residents? Because I'm seeing some of them are appealing, they're appealing for time, they're appealing for an extension.
I think you can see the marking of this area indicated with the emblem of MCC and that of date on this structure. If also some of the area has more stay, some of them have gone 6 months, some of them have gone nearly a year.
Okay, so right now, is this the final warning, and what next? What do expect to see after this process?
Before the exercise commences, just a few minutes ago, there was a team with the city mayor giving instruction to execute today. But the team came and then decided to carry on an awareness of removal of this structure by owners. Because if the machine do come to work, it may affect the exterior part of the wall of your structure or the attachment of whatever the machine is. So we are giving the awareness to them to have them informed to remove whatever attachment they have to people public buildings, public walls, and what have you. Henceforth, the exercise will take place on tomorrow. Tomorrow by 6 o'clock, there will be massive demolition in the stretch of this area.
How important is it for these sidewalks or these spaces along the road to be free, to be clear? You know, how important is it? Someone may be sitting and wondering, maybe these people could just be allowed to go ahead and remain there. How important is this exercise?
Oh, it's very important. Like for the stretch of this area, we have zones of schools, that several schools within the zone, and movement of pedestrian is a challenge. Most often you see people passing along the road instead of walking on the sidewalk, because the sidewalk has been occupied by street peddlers. And this is what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to remove these street peddlers from the sidewalk to enable pedestrian movement freely. So it's important to have our students who come to school here as well. Most often they are on the road instead of being on the sidewalk to have a scare and do an interaction, but most often on the main road. As a result, bikes, moving objects, interrupting to them, it becomes a problem.
So finally, what else do these people go after you have told them to leave this place?
Oh, well, there are several market areas that we have earmarked for them to go to. Like for example, we have just right not close far from us, the Lesson Dope market right here on the 8th Street. That place is vacant. There are spaces within the market. They don't want to sell there. They want to sell in the street. They want to sell on the road. And we try to remove it. That we don't have to get better. We cannot be between the COT and expecting different results. It will not work. People must go to where the market is, what designated for market money to go there and leave the real street.
So thank you so much, Mr. Charles Okar.
You are welcome.
So we are still here. We hope to talk with someone from
Ministry of Public Works. Charles Okar giving us more insight onto this exercise. So I think I'm asking you just turn the camera to the mission structures across the road while we move on here.
Yeah, so like you can see them, they're all here.
So you made a clear point, right, Commander? If you want to sell, we have empty market that you can just go to the MCC, get a permit, and then you secure a space for yourself.
That's right.
Instead of you coming in the front view, right in the front view, and don't just come up, these are the attractive places. Don't just come and just do anything right on the front view. Look at the structure space, the programs can equal anyhow. That's the English.
Yeah.
Ratty singing, that's what I'm saying. Ratty singing. They can explain a poor hair copper. They bring power on the road, they bring tea, they bring top, they just bring all the debt. At the end of the day, you're not even subscribing to any waste company that is taking that debt. At the end of the day, when they finish doing that, they hustle, they just take the debt, they put it in plastic, they give it right on the road. Or they go to the Zogo, they say, oh, my carry. So it's a problem. So you have to solve this problem. You can't say, oh, because they put on get thing high or no money, they put it for their living. You can look for your living and do it the right way. It's just simple. Go to the MCC, secure yourself a spot, get a permit, and then life continues. It doesn't mean that when you move on the sidewalk, life ends for you. But people have to hear, so you have to do it the hard way.
Sure, and development comes with, some gives and takes. Yeah. It's important that in as much as we want Monrovia to be looking good, Monrovia to be looking fine, we accept the fact that we'll have to make certain sacrifices. So if you
in the diaspora or people that are outside, like Liberia, right? They people get 5 cents in. That person got 5 cents in. So what do we like to say? Oh, if they happen to us, yeah, that crime, but that party. Some people make it come like, oh, the country had it, but the people, they put their business in town. Then how do we get to develop? How do we become the beautiful city that we want Monrovia to be? So, just for that to me, I'm happy. I want to tell them for this hour.
Yeah, so we hope that the demolition process, as it is announced, will begin tomorrow, so that we can finally see these areas being cleared. There are other places I went to, around Monrovia, and I saw.
Put the camera on this side. People build houses on the tower.
Okay.
How do people have access to
Yeah. How do you even walk?
Yeah,
How do you even walk? You have to walk on the road, look left and right, look behind you, and
on the main road,
in front.
All the tower is taken. Everywhere is taken. There is a cement sector. They say half of the tower is resource. People build small houses there. In the house, they will not paint it. We just in the house, right on the. When you see the camera on the ground, you just look. See, so it's a main road. This is a fire road. There's no tower.
Yeah, no, sir. No, sir. And like I was saying, there are other places I went to in Monrovia that, you barely walk freely. But after the demolition processes, we found out that people could walk with their hands all, swinging left and right because the sidewalks were free. Yeah. So it's important. It's a very significant exercise.
I don't think it's something you should frown against. You should be able to support the right thing and stop supporting the wrong thing. If you are watching our life and you have your family member now,
just start telling me no. Because the entire Monrovia is going to be covered by this exercise. And where are we now is Cinco. And Cinco is not going to be the only place. There will be several other areas visited.
So I mean, the shuttle will speak to the team lead from
Public Works. Okay. And like you heard from Mr. Okai, this is a national task force. Yeah, that's comprising of Public Works, MCC, and the Ministry of Justice, represented by the Liberia National Police. Yeah. So just keep watching wherever you are. Keep watching us. So as you take a look at this place, you see no makeshift structures along the way. You see how people are walking freely. You see how safe it is to walk here. That's the goal of MCC, to make sure that every street in the city of Monrovia is as free as this. Yes. So we're on the intersection at Common and 9th Streets, and the process is still ongoing. Let's keep watching. Like we say, you too can join the process wherever you're following from. Tell others who have these structures right now in the major streets of Monrovia to just start to get them out of the place. like you hear, it's better you just get these things out by yourself. Because when the demolition process, you see the machine there, it doesn't take lightly. It doesn't, handle the containers and other shutters easily. So it's better you help yourself if you don't want the items to be destroyed. So we are still here. We are still here, and if you're just joining, the MCC Public Works, Ministry of Justice, forming a joint task force, ensuring that sidewalks or the sides of major streets in Monrovia are cleared. So they are warning, they are sending a caveat now, and this is the final caveat, this is the final warning. Beginning tomorrow at 10, as you heard from MCC team, the demolition process will begin to clear the sidewalks, to clear the sides of these roads. Yeah.
So this barbering shop here is going to be demolished. That is right on the side where we're supposed to be there. So tomorrow it will be off. We're going to other areas where there are so many makeshifts that need to be removed. But today we are in Sinker where we are. Maybe there's a final warning. This has got to do. The money has been gone ever since 5 months ago, 6 months ago. But people take things for granted. You know, they take things for granted. They don't take things serious. They say, oh, the guy can't talk anymore. People come with the 19. But today is the final warning, and people are now, oh, they're pleading. Giving us some time, but they are giving the longest time. But they overlooked it. So it's very, very serious. Like myself here, as I'm reporting right now, I'm very serious. I don't want a demolition to happen now. I'm very serious. That people don't think we take things for granted, we take things for plate, especially in this country. So I want a demolition to go on now. The matter is easy beyond a
Some residents are really compliant. They are really compliant. Joe, you know, I was telling them that some residents are really compliant. They are in full compliance. Some of them, once you tell them what to do, they say, oh, okay, no, that's no problem. Tomorrow we're going to get it done before you come. You see that? So I mean, if every citizen in this, you know, yeah, we're just abide by the rules. Yeah. Sure.
The reason why they are setting up a lady just passed by. She's studying at all the program here, and all the rainfall, people come and stay. That's the fella who want you. They play you free.
You get out of free.
Yeah, you just have to free. So. Yeah, the machine is on a standby anytime.
Yeah, anytime. You know, the task force is really strategic. I mean, once the people start to see these machines around, they'll be like, wow, the process, you know, is starting. Yeah, it's really serious. You know, the presence of the machine, it adds more intensity to this exercise, and I think that was really strategic from them.
Wonderful. Thanks for joining our broadcast. We appreciate all of you who have been following our live. This is Simco today. Tomorrow the main action will start and I will be live right here alongside with Kamata.
Hope so.
Yes, we will be here. Because I really like the demolition aspect. That's what I really like. And like we said, we'll talk to from Public Works or for everybody is tomorrow. We'll definitely bring you a live interview with the team from Public Works Ministry. So you see our traveling around, we're not actually here. But anyway, thanks for joining our live. See you tomorrow, same time. Have a blessed day and thanks for joining our podcast.